Welcome to the Moment of Insight Guide. Are you feeling stuck? At best, change is uncomfortable, and at worst, change is traumatic. However, one thing is certain: change happens to us, by us, for us, around us, and sometimes even despite us. Imagine thriving through change rather than just surviving through it. Thriving through change requires time to self-reflect and reframe, sometimes multiple times, so that you can find the motivational, emotional, behavioral, and intellectual leverage you need to break free of the pressures around change. This guide helps you through reflection time efficiently and effectively to gain that much-needed moment of insight, that moment that makes change feel both brilliant and doable for yourself. We have created 4 versions of this guide tailored to 4 types of stressful changes people commonly find most challenging and most commonly find as a reason to seek mental health services. Of these 4 versions, this guide is designed to address the first is an unexpected event that requires you to make a change. This version of the guide, Unexpected Event, is good if you feel stuck in surprise, shock, anger, grief, or denial about an event or occurrence that requires you to make unplanned changes or process complex emotions unexpectedly, such as surviving a natural disaster, losing a family member, or being laid off from a job. The second version of the self-reflection guide is related to plan change. These are the types of changes that we make for ourselves, that we plan to make. And this version is very good if you feel stuck trying to make a change to grow into your potential or to improve yourself, such as changing your diet, increasing your exercise, earning a new degree, or going after a promotion or a different job. The third version is related to relationship challenges. We've all had those, right? Uh, this version of the guide is particularly good if you feel stuck in a conflict or unsatisfying a relationship and want to feel more empowered or connected. For example, this guide would be best if you are facing a change that you or someone close to you has initiated in a relationship, such as ending a relationship or adding a new relationship, or maybe just improving the quality of a relationship you have with a close family member. Finally, the fourth guide and the fourth change that most people struggle with are changes related to future anxieties. That is, you may be experiencing for yourself some dread about the future and how you will change and adapt to the future well. This guide is good if you're experiencing unsettled hopes for the future due to some significant natural, social, political, religious, or economic change that is happening in the environment around us. For example, climate change or an economic recession, or maybe you're experiencing political or religious oppression and have to adapt to change in order to live through that well. So those are the 4 versions of this guide. We hope you will pick the one that's best for you, that most speaks to the change that is challenging you at this moment. We hope that one of the 4 versions of this workbook will help you find a moment of insight. Each version will take you through a script designed to help you move from feeling stuck to being able to think productively about one of these types of challenging change. You might still wonder, though, what is this workbook and how will it support me? The Moment of Insight workbook is a science-based dialogue that guides you through a tested and successful process of self-reflection. This process is rooted in the most important psychological habits and human factors for well-being. Before you begin, I would like to review a few things that this guide is and is not. First of all, this guide is not focused on being diagnostic or being traditional psychoanalytic therapy. It is not meant to replace therapy. It is focused on the future and on helping you think through an issue of your choosing and find the strengths that you can leverage for yourself and the things that you can productively talk to a therapist about should you need to seek further help. The guide is future-oriented and it is practically focused. Because the guide is meant to help you effectively self-reflect quickly in a safe manner, it will not focus on your past, on your weaknesses, or on revisiting any failures. The guide will be positive, progressive, and empowering because that is how it was designed to be. And in order to do this well without demotivating you, you should be able to work through this guide in an hour if you so choose. However, you can spend more time on it. That's okay. We just want it to be accessible for you in the limited time that you may have. After all, the goal is to efficiently guide you to your own moment of insight. And that may take you just a few questions into the guide, or it might take you working through the guide multiple times. Use the guide your way to get to your moment of insight, knowing that the questions that it asks are designed to help you self-reflect and find your own way forward. The questions you will encounter here are designed to facilitate a psychologically safe space where you can effectively reflect, where you can quickly discover your strengths and resources, and where you can identify a sound plan of action to achieve the change you want. Thank you. We hope we help.